Am I the asshole for telling my husband that he created this mess and he needs to fix it? Break out the broom, break out the Swiffer wet jets. Let's go. My husband and I always planned on having kids. It ended up happening a couple years before we planned due to a condom breaking. I didn't mind though. I was super happy to welcome our daughter, Belinda. A few years later, we started trying again for a second, but it took us a little bit to conceive and we ended up having to use IVF. The doctors never figured out why I couldn't get pregnant the old-fashioned way on the second try, but after one round, my husband and I welcomed our son, Philip. Belinda is now 15 and Philip is 9. A close family friend of ours is going through their own infertility journey. My husband and I were discussing it. I mentioned something about IVF and Philip asked what that was. I explained and then added, "We used that to have you." Belinda asked if we used IVF to have her. I was about to answer no and leave it at that when my husband butted in, "No, you're here because the condom broke." He said it laughing. Belinda immediately looked hurt. We've had the talk and have discussed that sometimes condoms aren't effective, how to use them properly, and other forms of birth control. So she understood exactly what he was saying. I quickly added, "You were a surprise, but a much welcome surprise. We always planned on having kids, it just happened a few years sooner than expected." Belinda just nodded and quietly said okay, but I could tell that she was really upset. I later told my husband to apologize and make sure she understands that she's loved and wanted. He told me I was overreacting. I spoke with Belinda and told her she was loved and wanted. She seemed to feel a little bit better, but still wasn't completely happy. Been a few weeks and Belinda has made little jabs here and there, not in a playful way. Clearly, she's still hurt. She says things to her dad like, "Well, clearly I was just some big mistake and sorry for inconveniencing you." My husband got fed up and told her she's being dramatic and he didn't mean anything by that comment. He later told me to tell her to cut it out. I said no. He said it, made her feel like crap, and hasn't spoken to her about it since. He has to deal with the consequences of that. She's a sensitive teenage girl. That's a scary combination when they feel rejected and unwanted by their fathers. My husband is now saying I'm in the wrong. Am I the asshole?
Okay, I actually don't know about this one. I feel like it's not such a terrible thing to say. I don't think.
Okay, I know where you're going. Before you get there, can you answer the question of is OP the asshole for not willing to talk to her daughter on his behalf?
No. Okay. No, you're not, because this didn't happen because of you. This is not your place to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now go on about how you feel about the story in general.
I don't know. I was just thinking, like, would I care if my parents said that I was an accident? I don't think so in the slightest. I don't think it would bother me at all. But again, this is a 15-year-old versus me, a 26-year-old who, like, understands more.
Yeah, because you're so mature.
And I'm a wife.
You're a wife now.
But I
feel like, you know, the example of like the meter bar of your character, you unlock a little square above 100% for maturity because now you're like wife level maturity. Right. You're like mature. Now you're wife mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't think the dad had ill intentions. I think it was just like, well, you asked, I don't know. It was like a funny joke, I think. I think her age matters. I think at 15 years old.
She's 23. It's Thanksgiving dinner. This topic comes up. You crack a joke. Everybody laughs it off. She's 15. It's a sensitive time. There's a time when you want to feel like you're supposed to be there.
I was going to say, I think 15 is like a little bit like old, like a little bit mature to...
What? So they're the most immature. 9 is like too young to even like think about maturity. 15 is like prime. I think I'm mature, but I'm actually like super mature. I want to be mature, but I'm a child.
Yeah.
I want to be like a grown up, but I'm a child.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like he's been trying to to get her to stop, but like nothing.
What do you mean? He didn't do anything.
Well, he said that he said like cut it out or whatever, like she's being dramatic.
He told her to cut it out. Wow, you tried real hard, buddy. You tried once. Good job. Let me give you a little gold sticker.
He didn't mean anything by that comment. Like what?
That's what I said.
Yeah, but what more is there to say?
Oh, I don't know. Like what she said in the very first time, sit her down, let her know that she's still loved and she wasn't a mistake.
Yeah.
She was loved and wanted. And he told me I was overreacting. So then she spoke to herself and he never did.
Yeah, okay. I think he should be doing that. I don't think he should be putting that on OP.
And he's still putting it on OP because he's like, you need to talk to her. You need to make her not be mad at me anymore.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Buddy, you're a parent too.
Yeah, exactly. And this is kind of your mess. So
I'm the father up.
yeah, but that.
No, father up. Get it? You see the father?
Yeah, I get it.
It's a father situation.
Yeah.
Nice. Top comment. My mom was a whoops baby, and so was I. My son was also. If we're honest, I think a lot of people on this earth were whoops babies.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
Whoops, babies.
One of the best things I've ever heard to be said to a child that wasn't planned came from my grandma to my mom. Grandma told mom, at first, I didn't know what I was going to do with you. But after you were here, I had no idea what I'd ever do without you.
Aww.
My mom was number 4. Maybe something along these lines from your husband may make her feel much better. But he will have to suck up his pride, not be the asshole, and have that conversation with her. Good luck.
Yeah, he's got to do this. Because she wants to hear it from him.
Right. He's the one who made the jab.
Yeah.
You're here because the condom broke.
Yeah.
You're not just here because the condom broke. You're here because the condom broke, and then we brought you to term.
We chose to.
We chose to keep you. There was a choice in there.
That was true.
1, we let you live. 2, we didn't give you up for adoption. So there's 2 choices there that you got to let her know.
Yeah.
It's not just as simple as the condom breaking.
Yeah.
Some comment says from the TV show Rosanna. Or Roseanne? Rosanine?
I don't know what you're reading.
Rosanny. I don't know. Quote, was I an accident? No, DJ, you were a surprise. What's the difference? Well, an accident is something that you wouldn't ever do again if you had the chance. A surprise is something you didn't even know you wanted until you got it.
Aw, that's very sweet.
Adorable.
Yeah.